What's up, Doc?
Okay, I think we all saw this question coming. Which show is more comedic? Which one is the more funnier option? Deathstroke, you go first.
That's pretty easy. It's How I Met Your Mother, easily. I, I so you can go out and ask a lot of people. Most if you remove the laughing tracks from Friends, right? Most of the time it's not funny. Sorry, but sometimes I will just keep watching. I mostly only enjoyed the scenes with Joey and Chandler because those were the only two funny ones I genuinely in each scene found fun. But on the other hand, How I Met Your Mother is seriously funnier than this thing, Friends. All the characters are actually funny. I'm sorry, King Shark, but I'm sure you'll agree with me, right, King Shark?
King Shark, same question to you.
I do feel both shows are funny. I feel Friends is more for, if I would say, an older range. I'd say while How I Met Your Mother covers, teens and young adults more. I feel in terms of jokes, I mean, but also I do feel Chandler was obviously super funny, and even Joey. I mean, Chandler was surely the funniest character out of both shows, wasn't he? Deathstroke, would you disagree with that?
I mean, I would say from Friends, yeah, but if I had to compare, it would be difficult because I love Barney too. He has his own style, so it's just a tie between them both. Chandler has that more sarcastic, style, but on the other hand, Barney's genuinely funny and stuff. So I feel like it's a tie between both for me.
For me, I guess I would also say it's a tie. I would give them 1 point each because Friends, in their own way, is a very funny show, and How I Met Your Mother as well. In their own way, they have different ways of portraying comedy acts, and I think you can't compare both of them basically. And if you actually want to see a real comedy movie, go watch an MCU movie. I'm so sorry, but yeah,
The
And
best
you
forget
can
comedy
it.
watch
movies.
repeat also. They keep repeating the movies as well, so you can watch it three, four times in different forms.
I mean, we're hating so much on the MCU, but honestly, none of us hate the MCU. We watch all the MCU movies as well.
Yeah.
We're just stating reality over
We
here.
we only hate
Um,
Harry Potter, all three of us, right, guys?
Oh no,
no,
that's
no,
only
we don't.
Deathstroke
We
who's.
don't. Yeah,
Shit, I guess I'm the only smart one here.
yeah. I hope you get a stroke and you are dead. Okay, that went a little too dark. Yeah, but okay. Okay, this one is a very fun question. Which show is more rewatchable?
How I Met Your Mother.
Friends.
There, I said it. That's it. That's all I have to
Friends.
say.
It's Friends.
Oh, it's not.
Okay,
Come on,
I have a
man.
fact
Don't
for you. I have a
be
fact for
serious.
you.
Be
I have
serious,
a fact
man.
for you. I have a fact for you,
What
Mr.
fact?
Deathstroke. Friends was the most binge watched show during this pandemic.
I
Yeah.
have
It's a
to agree
fact.
with King
It's a
Shark.
fact.
See.
I have to
Okay.
agree with King Shark
No, I
because
see. There's a reason to
because
that is because see, Friends came before, long time before this thing came. How I Met Your Mother. I think the older generation and the new generation both enjoyed that show at time. Now, How I Met Your Mother, I think doesn't really connect with the older people who have watched Friends. Like some people go crazy over Seinfeld. We haven't seen that show, but they say it's better than Friends or any other sitcom. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why this show was bigger than How I Met Your Mother. But I would say both shows are great.
I mean,
I also feel How I Met Your Mother was unlucky to come out after Friends. You know, there's always that, comparison between the two. I think How I Met Your Mother would have been rated much better if it, wasn't after Friends. You know what I
but
mean?
the problem is, but the problem is that if How I Met Your Mother came before, it wouldn't even stay as vital as Friends. Like it wouldn't be as popular as Friends at that time because it wouldn't have made sense for them to actually do How I Met Your Mother at that time because they also bring in the future, the technology, and all that. That they kind of bring in these kind of elements to the show. So I think it wouldn't have worked, honestly. But if I had to choose between Friends or How I Met Your Mother, I would personally choose Friends because I think it's more watchable. I have binged it multiple times, and it's fun. You can watch it multiple times. But How I Met Your Mother, once you know what happens in the end, it's you don't feel to rewatch the show or binge any episode. I would have to give this one to Friends. King Shark, what's your answer? What's your final answer on that?
Yeah, definitely agree with you. Friends any day.
All right. Sorry, Deathstroke. But yeah,
Deathstroke has
so
left the chat.
No, no, I'm still here. Screw you
okay,
guys.
I think
Can't
one
wait to
of the
get to
last
the ending.
I think one of the last questions would be which show had the better ending?
Deathstroke, please, audio explanation for
Okay,
I
this, please,
mean,
so
please.
okay,
we all must have the same answer. Come
okay.
on.
Overall, How
Deathstroke,
I Met
if
Your
you
Mother is
convince me
better,
that
but the
Oh
yeah,
my god.
see, the problem is I can't convince you because I don't like it either. That's the problem. See, Friends in the middle, I got a little bored of the show. Trust me, How I Met Your Mother is really interesting throughout the nine season, 10 seasons. But just the last two episodes, screw up everything, and that's one of the reasons I think even you guys don't like that show as much as you like
Uh,
Friends.
See, the thing is, for me, I think it's not about the whole ending part. But if I had to choose between the endings, I think Friends did it 100 times better than How I Met Your Mother because How I Met Your Mother's ending did not make sense at all. So basically, he told his kids the whole story just so they can get an approval from his kids, to take his blue horn and go to Robin's house. Like, how that doesn't make sense. And why did they have to kill the mother off? I mean, it doesn't make sense at all. There was,
No,
so
see,
stupid,
that
honestly.
was that was actually the original plan. It was actually never about How I Met Your Mother. Because
It
if
was
you see,
how
right,
your
he
mother died.
spends
obviously they didn't get the title
no,
of
no,
the show.
no, if you see, right, that was the thing. See, they say How I Met Your Mother, but the show starts with Ted falling for Robin, and the entire show is actually about that. He only meets the mother in the end.
So,
They
so
always wanted to show that way.
So basically, the name of the show should have been "How I Want to Be with Your Aunt Robin."
But if they
Have you
showed
met
that, it
Ted?
wouldn't be fun. But the only the problem is the Barney part and the last season with the wedding and all actually in the end got stupid because of
Yeah,
the
they kind
ending
of
made it
they ruined
stupid,
it.
all the entire
They're
wedding and everything. If they went for like if they didn't go for the Barney and Robin wedding and they went for Barney and Nora, it would have been much better. But now they did this and now it
Yeah, I
just
mean,
feels a little
it became a lot. There was a lot of confliction between everyone because either if they would have done Barney and Nora, then they could have easily then done Ted and Robin. But then once you're building up a whole thing with Robin and Barney, and then you're breaking it off in the next season first episode, and then in the end Robin is single, and then this guy. I mean, it does not make sense, honestly. For this thing, I think Friends have done an amazing job, honestly, because why? I felt that in the end it was very emotional, very touching, and it had a lot of strong moments in it when Ross and Rachel are trying to say goodbye, but they can't, and the plane scene was amazing. I loved every minute of it, and the way they ended, right? Everyone leaving the apartment. I think that's one of the saddest moments of TV history, and it's sad. It's one of the saddest and best moments on how to end a show. I think I have to give this one to Friends.
Yeah, I agree completely with you, Goat. I think Friends for sure had the better ending by far. It was as good an ending as Friends could have possibly had. The perfect ending, which was even synonymous to what happened in season one with Ross and Rachel in the plane, except it was Rachel going after Ross at the airport, in season one. So that had such an iconic moment as well. and obviously Chandler and Monica having the child, and then them all leaving the apartment. It was just as good as ending as possible, and How I Met Your Mother having as bad an ending as possible. Right, Deathstroke? How I Met Your Mother fan?
No comments on that, please. Thank you. Let's just talk about something else, huh? Let's talk about Harry Potter.
That's not the name of the title for this episode.
Okay, okay, I get it. The ending was bad. I know, I agree with you, but there's nothing we can do. Overall, the show was better than Friends. That's for sure.
So your
Friends
final
is not
answer.
funny.
So your final answer is Friends wins this.
Sucks.
No, Friends has a better ending, basically.
That's all I said.
All
They
right.
have better
That's all you
ending,
said, Deathstroke.
better side characters. That's it. How I Met Your Mother has
You also
everything
said they
else.
had better cameos, didn't you? You also said they had better cameos.
Yeah, they have everything that's not really important. I mean cameos because they had more famous guys, so I remember more. And side characters, yeah, because the main characters didn't do such a great job. That's why.
Okay, I just wanted to ask two last questions. Okay, who do you ship more from How I Met Your Mother, Tobin or Bobin?
Can you give the full name? I always get confused when you say it like that.
Ted and Robin or Barney and Robin? That's
Barney and Robin. They're pretty similar to each other. They had similar views from the start. So I feel like
Sheldon.
they would have made more sense.
Sheldon, what about?
I actually agree with Deathstroke on this one. Surprisingly,
See?
Deathstroke. Yeah,
My
but for
God.
sure, I love Barney and Robin way more. I think they were definitely meant to be with each other more than Ted and Robin, because Ted obviously was meant to be with the mother, but I guess they forgot the memo in the last season.
All right. Okay, I would also choose Bobin because Barney and Robin made much more sense than Ted and Robin because they had no similarities whatsoever. And um, I think Ted, wouldn't be a good match for Robin. Okay. The last one, second last question would be: who do you ship more from Friends, Mondler or Rochel, which is basically Monica and Chandler, or Ross and Rachel?
I'll go for Mondler because they make more sense and they're actually an interesting couple. Unlike Ross and Rachel, over the time I actually got annoyed by them because of that on and off and on and off and thing.
We were
So it
on a
kind of got
break.
annoying for me. Yeah. That really got annoying for me. So Mondler on the other hand was just like perfect couple, that everybody wants to be. So I'll go with Mondler. I guess even King Shark would agree with me.
King Shark, your thoughts?
I think Mondler, yeah, for me, I'd go with Mondler. But I mean, Ross and Rachel had more iconic moments, you'd say. I mean, of course, the break part, which I completely understand Ross's point of view. Definitely, I mean, they were on a break. But also, I mean, who can forget that famous wedding moment? I take thee, Rachel, right?
Yeah, oh my God. I was, gobsmacked, honestly. I was like, what the heck just happened right now? When I was watching first friend. I think every time if anyone watches that, episode, that, scene anytime, they will always be shocked. Like, that's the best part of that, scene. And yeah, I think for me, I would say I would honestly go for Rothschild because I love this kind of duo that they have. Even though Mondler is a really good relationship between them, I always like I always like these kind of characters that have conflicts between them, and you want them to be together, together, but they don't until the end of the show or end of the season. So that's what I like about them, and I think that's why I would choose Rochelle. But again, 2v1, so Mondler wins this one. So I think the final one would be: who do you choose between Bobin or Mondler.
I guess it would be the one that actually ended up together at the end of the show. Right, Deathstroke?
Who's Bogan? I'm still confused.
Oh my God,
You
it's
shocked
Barney
me.
and Robin, man.
Literally chose them. How could you not know who they are?
Oh, yeah, yeah, no, no. I got confused. I thought you said Bogan. I was like, what's Bogan?
Deathstroke, wake
Sorry.
up.
Yeah, yeah. Bobbin versus who?
Mondler.
Mondler.
Well, I would say Bobbin, but the ending kind of screws it up. So I guess I'll have to go with Mondler because at least they ended up together. So, but Bobbin was a better couple.
I think I would also go for Mondler just because they had much more chemistry and they had a more loving relationship and it lasted. Unlike uh, yeah. So yeah, I think easily it's Mondler that would take it. But I would still go on my first answer, which is Rochel.
I feel like
All the
the
way.
only reason you guys chose Friends is because of those last two episodes of How I Met. I think that's the only reason you guys just don't want to
Not
admit that
really.
How I Met Your Mother is better than Friends.
Not really.
You guys, because
I
no, no,
actually
no, come on,
enjoy
I know,
Friends
don't lie.
for a lot of
Actually,
reasons. I
yeah, same.
Friends.
I enjoy Friends more as a show, to be honest.
I mean, How I Met Your Mother.
King
You can
Shark, do
watch it
you
once.
remember when
You
I
can watch it
told
once.
King Shark? When I told King Shark about How I Met Your Mother, I was watching. He was so excited to know, and he was like, "Yeah, what's the better show?" I said, "How I Met Your Mother," and he's like, "Yeah, I put it is." And now he's all against me. He just hates me, but does this on purpose. Even he
Yeah.
loves How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
I
I
never
think.
said I don't like How I Met Your Mother. I think it's a great show. I just feel Friends is better as an overall show. That's it. I'm not
Yeah.
saying How I Met Your Mother is bad. Don't get me wrong. I love How I Met Your Mother. I'll watch it with you tomorrow if you want. But I just prefer
No, no,
Friends as
now
a
you
show.
don't get to watch it, okay? Now you're only gonna watch Friends, okay? You don't you dare come near this show, okay?
I'm a neutral guy, so I would watch all of them. I just watch anything and everything. So yeah, don't judge me. But yeah, I think we got that answer that Mondler is the better couple, between all the shows. So I think maybe the last question would be, and this is a fun one, and I think the most debated question in these shows histories. Were Rachel and Ross on a break? Do you think that? Deathstroke, you go first.
Oh, you want me to go ahead for the controversial question? Well, I'd say, well, they both were in a way wrong. I mean, Rachel wasn't really specific, like, are they actually breaking up or are they on a, what kind of a break are they? And she just says, I need a break, we need a break from this. And then it was kind of wrong of Ross to just go ahead and sleep with the very next girl he meets. I mean, he should have at least waited for one day, go back to Rachel, talk to her. I feel like Ross was wrong. I mean, yeah, they were on a break, but it was wrong of Ross. Morally, it was wrong for him to just go and sleep with another girl just because they had a little fight and stuff. I mean, couples do have fights. I don't know much. I'm single, so
Yeah,
but
guys, Deathstroke is
fights.
single, and he is looking. Please put your numbers in the comments or slide into his DMs.
Sorry, don't listen to this guy. King
Yeah,
Shark, what do
so
you think?
You know, I personally think I favor Ross in this situation. And let me tell you why before
ooh.
people, scream at me and say, "Oh my God, you cheater!" All this blah blah blah. Okay, Rachel asked for the break. She didn't want to be with him at that point. Okay, the only reason Ross did anything was one because he thought Mark was there with her and doing something. Okay, and Rachel let Mark come. By the way, she didn't say no. I mean, she said no, but he still came and she opened the door. Whatever. Okay, Ross isn't a cheater. He obviously got drunk and that's why he slept with her. But all in all, they were on a break, and technically, a break could mean you're broken up, as he
How can
rightfully
you
said.
justify a cheating man? Come on, Sheldon. How can you and I, we know clearly he cheated. Yes, Rachel wasn't specific and all. She didn't clearly say that, yeah, we're breaking up, we're never gonna talk or anything. She said, we need a break from this, from you. That's what she says, right? She just meant maybe right now, maybe it wasn't, she didn't specify. That doesn't mean you go out, get drunk, and have sex with the very next girl you meet. It's wrong, Sheldon. I mean, you love the other girl, and then you can't do. Next time you have a fight with your wife, and she says, "Okay, we need a break," and then what? You just go out and have sex with the next girl you
Listen,
meet.
if my wife
I
ever
mean,
said to have a break, yeah, I'll ask her to clarify what she means exactly. Because what are the ground rules, And that's what
you
Rochel
could
have
go
done.
like, have a break, have a Kit Kat.
Okay, lame dude, but okay.
What about you, Good?
I think
We both were 50-50.
for me, I would also have to go 50-50 on this one, but I would, prefer, I would go on a 60-40 actually. I would actually go with Rachel on this one. Just because even though you're on a break, and even though if you break up, like they were on a break, but like even if you break up, you don't just go around and you just sleep with the next girl you see or something like that. That's just stupid. Like that does not make sense at all. So I
Agreed.
think that's what I would I have to go with Rachel on this one. So I would say they were partially on a break, but it wasn't a breakup, but it is a break. So I would have to go 60-40. Rachel wins this one for
Just
me.
saying, I don't condemn cheating in any way to all our viewers listening. It's just what I
Yes.
feel in this situation, that both were to
Yes,
blame.
that is true. I would say, yeah. I mean, yeah, both are to blame, but like, I would slightly choose Rachel's justification over Ross's. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think we're done with all the questions, and in the end, it was more. I think you know towards everything. Like it was a 2v1. We both were for friends, and Deathstroke was with against friends. He was more of a How I Met Your Mother kind of guy. But yeah, so this
Yeah,
one,
we need to teach him some
you know,
stuff.
yeah, we need to, show him some more. We need to sit with him and, explain him everything what happens in Friends. So
Yeah, agreed.
probably not have friends
It's
himself, so
it's
he,
not a
can
Christopher
relate
Nolan movie, okay?
I mean, if you don't understand a Christopher Nolan movie, I get that. But if you don't understand Friends, then there's something seriously
No,
wrong
no,
with
I
you.
understand
So,
Friends. I understand it's not a funny show. You guys are just
all right, okay, chill, chill, chill. All right, I think that's all the time we have for today. Um, what King Shark? What do you think is our next topic for the next topic for our podcast?
Well, Mr. Deathstroke keeps coming at Harry Potter, so I would love to have a discussion with him about why Harry Potter is such an iconic show. What do you
you
say,
mean a
Deathstroke?
movie.
You wanna talk
Iconic
about it?
show,
Yes.
Sorry, sorry.
iconic show.
Movie, my bad, my
Well,
bad. All right, all right, all
I
right.
mean, I would love to have, but I'll have to watch the entire series for that, and
We
I
have
don't
time.
think I want to
We
waste
have, we
my
have
time.
time. We have time till the next podcast. Why don't you watch it in that time, and then we can discuss?
Maybe we can do this podcast like after maybe 5, 10 years when I watch all the movies when I
Yeah.
get the time. I don't think I'm
I
free to
I think
watch this.
I can give an idea of what's coming next for our podcast. It just goes the sentence of cool, 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 cool. Yeah. So no doubt. So that's going to be probably something fans will get of it. So yeah. Until next time, this is the goat signing off with King Shark and Deathstroke.